finding ourselves up in the high elevations around Ouray, Colorado, and look who we came across. It's no other than Hugo from ToyTec, and he is so graciously going to do a walk-around video with us on his Toyota 4Runner. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mark. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
I've known Hugo for a long time, emailing back and forth because we've got his the ToyTec suspension on both our vehicles, and it's really great to put a face to all the emails and messages now.
That's right.
This is great. Yeah, so let's get started. So what year is this?
This is a 2011 4Runner SR5.
And then let's start from the ground up.
Yes, sir.
Tires and wheels. What you got?
Tires and wheels. On this 4Runner, I'm using Icon 6-speed alloy wheels. I really like these wheels because the weight is about 22, 24 pounds. They balance really, really good. Best part of it, you know, usually we build vehicles for functionality. I like the looks too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they do look awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then your tires?
Tires, I'm using Goodyear Duratrax 285/70/17 because, you know, in Colorado we do get quite a bit of snow, and also we got these beautiful trails over here. So personally, I think that this tire is a good overall tire for all kinds of terrains here in Colorado, and especially on the snow and ice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, snow and ice, because some tires really suck on snow and ice. So people really need to do their homework and really be honest on where they're going to be driving.
Exactly.
If they live in snow country, they need a snow tire.
That is correct.
And ice especially. So let's go with the front.
Yes.
What you got up here?
So on the front, I'm rocking hefty Fabworks front bumper. I also went with this bumper because, as you can see, these 4Runners are pretty heavy. This bumper weighs about 65, 67 pounds.
That's nice.
Recovery, I went with a come-up winch, a 9,500 pound winch, synthetic line, of course, one of my personal favorite brands, and also I've used it about 25, 27 times. No issues at all. I dressed the bumper with a 30-inch Baja design light. Amber lens because, once again, it snows, snowstorms.
A lot easier to see through that haze.
Exactly.
With an amber color.
That is absolutely right. And also I have two Schmidt-built D-rings, which are 3/4 ton D-rings with my little recovery hook over here. Yeah.
So what do you got underneath here for the rocks to hit?
I have an ARB skid plate. It's been in this truck since 2011, actually. I do have a few really good hits on this skid plate, and I'm pretty pleased with it. And of course, this connection filler plate from Hefty Fabworks actually protects my radiator. You know, rocks that might get in between the skid plates as well. So, and it looks pretty cool. Hefty
it does.
Fabworks.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as we're kneeling down here, talk to us about this front suspension you got.
Yeah, on this suspension, I'm running a ToyTec Boss Aluma Series 2.5. 2.5 stands for 2.5-inch diameter shock bodies. Extended travel, we use Heim bearings on the bottom, so as you can see, I pair them with a Total Chaos lower control arm Expedition series, which allows me of better articulation on the trails. Turn ratio, actually, it's a little bit better as well, and pretty much is so much strength out of this unit. Now, in order to have those lower control arms working perfectly fine, I pair them with Total Chaos upper control arms too.
Yep. That's a good idea to keep the manufacturers the same sometimes.
Exactly. Yes, sir. And these at this point, it can tackle, I want to say, probably 99.9% of the trails here in Colorado. So, and E-Ride's incredible for daily driving.
Yeah, and Colorado does have some nice trails.
Absolutely.
And we're which one are we on right now?
We are on Yankee Boy Basin.
Because we're Wanderlost. We have no idea where we are. We're counting on you.
We are on Yankee Boy Basin. Yeah, and as you can see, beautiful views over here.
Really quick, we have a very important Wanderlost announcement for you.
We're proud to launch our 3rd annual t-shirt sale with all proceeds going to Tread Lightly. We have a fun new design we think you'll like. Get a cool t-shirt and support a worthy cause, all at the same time.
We put a link to the website where you can learn all about our fundraising campaign and get your t-shirt in the video description below.
And as always, thank you for your support.
Okay, let's run down the side. Hey.
Yes, sir.
What's this thing?
This is a snorkel, an ARB Safari snorkel. So, funny story. I got the snorkel because 2 years ago we run the Cocopelli Trail, and it was very dusty, and literally I had to stop every 5 miles to clean my air filter.
Air filter, yeah.
So one of the great benefits of having a snorkel is not just for water; it's also for
a lot of
cleaner
people think that's
air.
what it's for.
Exactly. So literally now my engine breathes through that air ram over there, so I don't have to change my air filter quite often in case if I'm on a dusty road or stuff like that. And so yeah, it's saving me quite a few dollars on air filters.
Yeah, I hear you there. Probably paid for itself already.
Oh yeah, already did. Yeah.
What you got for a slider here?
For rock sliders, you know, those ones were custom fab. Unfortunately, this shop is not in business anymore. He asked me to borrow my truck for measurements and build the rock sliders. I really like them, never took them off, and they've been there since day
seem
one.
to
and
work.
yeah, they actually I hit them pretty good. We make sure we use DOM steel, which is one of the most strongest steel in the market. Their breaking point is about 85,000 pounds. So I make sure we went with DOM steel for sure. So
Good idea.
yeah, I like him.
Coming back here,
Yes,
what
sir.
you got for the rear suspension? I see reservoirs.
Oh yes. Actually, we are working. I try to match the front shocks with the rear shocks, valving, length, and all that stuff. So I did a Luma 2.5 rear shocks with a remote reservoir. The reason why is because usually with remote reservoir, our rear end is so heavy, so the reservoir keeps the shocks at cooler temperatures internally. Whenever you're traveling on washboards at higher speeds, or if the rear end takes a bigger impact, you know, you got the reservoir cooling off the internals of the shock. So yeah,
So
absolutely.
just more oil to take up all that heat and dissipate it out then.
Exactly, that is absolutely correct. Yeah, and also, you know, the shocks are not overheating as the standard 2-inch diameter shock body or 2.5 with our reservoir. So
Yep.
yeah,
Good. All right, so let's go on to the back here. What you got
Yes.
for us?
on the rear end we're using Expedition 1 rear bumper, steel, dual swing out. Very functional. I really like the latches. Super easy to use, very nice and stealth, very clean and super easy to install. It does weight, you know,
Oh, sure.
a couple 100 pounds more or less. So I had to reinforce my rear springs as well. So yeah, especially with all the added gear and stuff like that. I'm not as fully loaded as I usually am. So I'm not really that concerned about adding airbags or stuff like that
Right.
at the moment. But yeah.
So you've got mounts for your fuel, water?
That is correct. Yeah, water. 4 gallons actually of gasoline in there, in case if we're in a long road trip.
And then you absolutely have to have a tire carrier to get that tire out from underneath there. Because with the 285, that sticks down a little bit, huh?
Correct. Yeah. Actually, if you don't have a body lift, you can totally put a 285 7017 underneath the bumper, but it does stick out about 3/4 of an inch below
Yeah.
your hitch. So you're gonna hit the tire before you hit the hitch. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So protect that tire by putting it up here.
Exactly.
And that's a good solid mount for it too.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
And can you show us how the latches work?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I've seen these latches before and I've been fascinated by them.
There we go. And then you have a little locking pin over here,
Those are nice.
and another locking pin right
Yeah,
there.
that little pin right there that goes in.
That is correct.
And that's pretty sturdy.
Yeah. It's not bad at all.
Very nice. And some adjustment, I'm sure.
Correct, yeah. There is a little bit of adjustment just for the hook in there. So in this case, I did the adjustments that were fitting my needs. So I adjust them accordingly for my specifications.
Awesome. What you got in the back? Anything to show us?
Oh yeah. Something
Any dirty
really-
laundry? Or?
Let it dirty laundry, not much. So what I have over here, it's my little homemade drawer system. So
That's nice.
yeah, one of the things, you know, that I always like to talk to customers, overlanding, it's really fun.
Yeah.
You know, you can spend thousands of dollars on a drawer system, or if you have a free weekend and don't have anything to do,
Yeah.
quick run to Home Depot and
Yeah.
start measuring, cutting.
Yeah, go find a YouTube video and start making your own drawers.
Exactly, and that way you can actually build a setup that fits your specific needs.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Because everybody's got different types of gear. And,
Exactly.
You know, some people will bring just a single burner stove. Other people like a dual burner, so they'll
Right.
need room for that. And yeah, it's
Right.
best to custom make stuff for your own
Exactly. So in my case, when I go camping, I like to keep it simple. I don't really like to bring a lot of gear. So I noticed I did
Gear
inventory.
adds weight.
Correct, yeah, like, well, I sleep on top on my rooftop tent. Here I usually keep just sleeping bags and stuff like that, and pillows. Have my fridge here. This tray actually pulls out, so I can actually cook out of my trunk if we're in a hurry. The tray actually pulls out. I have an ARB pull-out tray with the straps. Let me show you the stove over here. So I have a couple different configurations. So I can set the stuff like this, or I can just take it out and put it on a table.
Yeah, that's
so whatever
nice.
it's easier. Yeah, and I can
nice
actually
picnic table.
Yep, and I can have the propane tank over here. I can use this board as a cutting board. You know, it's a flat platform that I can use it for several things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Looks great. So, is this what I think it is?
it is. It is the X Jack from ARB. Super easy to use. I personally really like it because if you don't have a high lift or your regular jack is too short or you're on an off-level ground, you can use this big balloon, raise the whole vehicle off the ground by using your tailpipe, your exhaust.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I like that. I've seen those around, and I'm thinking of getting one of those because I've got a high lift, but high lifts, as you know, are a little iffy. They can be a little dangerous if you're not well trained on them. But this looks pretty fail-safe.
A little bit safer for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So let's close this up and let's look at what you got up at top. We won't undo the tent because, as you can see, it's starting to pour down rain. It's the typical afternoon monsoon rain up in the mountains here.
That's
so
right.
let's take a look.
Yes.
What you got?
Yes. Let me close these very quick. Whoop.
And how do you do that?
Pull up
right there.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Nice. Very nice.
Super easy. Yeah.
So awning?
Yes, sir. So here we have a Schmidt-built awning. It's 6x8. Very simple. Just a rectangular awning, pretty much nothing fancy, but very, very functional. I use it even when I'm tailgating, you know, at the Broncos Stadium or any sporting goods or anything.
Shade,
exactly. On top over here, we have the brand new design from Schmidt-built hardtop rooftop tent. It fits 3 people and it weighs about 90 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad, and it takes about 30 seconds to set up. So
I like the hard shell ones over the soft. I've always liked the hard.
correct.
It just seems like there's just so much more convenient to set up, and I like the hard on top there. Driving, like if you get hail, and I just think they would be more durable.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. In comparison of my old rooftop tent, I mean, I love my old rooftop tent, but after I had this, I was, I love
there you
it.
go. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is an awesome machine that we just went through, and I want to thank you, Hugo, again for sharing it with us. And thank you for coming out and enjoying all this. If you've never been to Ouray up in the mountains here, you got to come. But if you do come, be respectful, trail etiquette, leave no trace, tread lightly. Remember all that.
That's right. Awesome, Mark. Thank you very much, guys.
See ya.
This video is brought to you by More Expo. Find out more about More Expo on their website.